Hello and welcome to Roll to One. I am Jaden Arnold, and so far we have been living the dream there in, historical fiction, and we've now since arrived very wholeheartedly into science fantasy. So enjoy that. And so without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into tonight's episode of Whispers of Old Harbor. The group of individuals before me all awoke from their day, had some breakfast, and now ventured to the Three Lanterns bookstore at various locations around the city. None of these locations were the same, but they all were the Three Lanterns bookstore. Without a shadow of a doubt, you bumped into the same, relatively, each of these four locations had the same person there welcoming you. Of course, 30 years separation between each age group of each person, right? Strangely, it's hard to explain even now. But the same man emerged to talk with all of you at your different locations. He emerged and spoke specifically to Harry Henderson for quite a considerable portion of time, as you all began to gather that he was indeed speaking to someone else, but also to you. Great notes were taken, and you also were acknowledging the individuals that were also a part of this journey. Within a week's time would be the end of something catastrophic, as the three lanterns that are existing around Harborview would all ignite, alight, what have you. Which now explains why the intro looks the way it does. So you all gather yourselves after a conversation. The strange person who went by a variety of names has left, leaving you with the one person you haven't asked their name.
I've definitely been like, I've asked this person's name. What's your name? What's your name?
You're in the dilapidated one?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking to the around 30-year-old, 25-ish?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Thaddeus.
Thaddeus. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. You're Sam.
Yes.
Okay. Can I help you?
No. Bye.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay. Guess that works.
I will ask him. So, what is your name?
I'm Thaddeus.
Well, nice to meet you.
Do you need anything? I've given you what you required.
No, I think I'm good. I appreciate it.
Wonderful. Good luck. I did not recognize that this was the big one. So good luck.
The big what exactly?
Well, the big centennial.
Right. Is it bad?
Very well depends on you, doesn't it?
Well, okay. Thank you.
Cheers. He tips his hat.
I look over to the older gentleman at my location, and I go, "You must be Thaddeus, then."
Yes, I am Thaddeus.
Pleasure to meet you. Ruth Elwood recommended me to you.
Oh, Ruth. How is Ruth?
Well, she seemed to be quite the energetic bee last night during the party that Waterford hosted, so I would say well.
How is, Mr. Elwood?
I don't know of a Mr. Elwood, so that might be something I'll have to discuss with her later.
Send her by sometime.
Will do. She informed me that you would have some information on, you might be a purveyor or provide information on some poisons that...
Yes, I've been known to provide poisons to... ultimately they are very successful. They always work. If I deliver it to you... here. And he leans down, and he comes up with a flower. And he says, should you crush this up and have someone ingest it, they will die almost instantly.
Oh, really? And I just look at it in his hand. I don't touch it myself.
Oh, you don't? Okay. I will make sure that no one... Okay. And he puts it away.
Yeah. No, I'm sure you probably don't let this information out, but has anybody purchased such a flower recently?
Oh, it's been... decades since someone last purchased it.
Now, is this decades in the same sense of when my letter was sent, or like current timeline decades?
I think someone arrived to the other store. Don't remember when.
Other store. Duly noted. And then Charlie will just kind of look around and go, now in pursuit of these lanterns, do you happen to have any, texts on ley lines or on weak points of where entities have previously come through?
I do not. Off of my... I'm not sure, but I can provide you with this. And he reaches down and he says, I'm sure you'll eventually check it out anyway. And he hands you a book of strange... I don't want to say magic because it's not the right way to put it, but the way that some of the cosmic forces interact with this world.
Okay.
Arcane.
Yeah, but magic is so the wrong word because it's
Yeah,
it's sci-fi, it's science fantasy. It's not quite. It's not like you're moving your hands around. It's like you're calling from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a veil and it's on the other side.
Yeah. Okay. So I will take the book and just be like, what do I owe you for this, Thaddeus?
It seems you've already paid.
Good to know.
Only $1. I don't remember when.
Okay. I will be sure that it gets paid to you when it's supposed to. And I just tip my hat and go ahead and walk out of the store.
Goodbye. Cheers.
Very well put.
Thank you.
All right. So you're leaving. What did you leave?
Yeah.
You left.
I have not yet left.
All right.
So the middle-aged guy with the jewel disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And I am just kind of in shock. It's just like, does this happen often, kid?
Mm-hmm.
You believe everything that your dad just said?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Can I get your name now?
Yeah, I'm Thaddeus.
Thaddeus? Okay. Thaddeus? Can I call you Thad?
I don't know.
Well, Thad, great to meet you. I will stop by if I have any questions that I can articulate in any sort of reasonable manner. You may want to look at getting your dad checked into some sort of psych unit.
Cha-ching! The cash register goes off. Huh. Can you make sure that Charlie pays for that?
Sure. Pays for what?
He'll know.
Will he know how much?
Uh-huh.
Do I bring it to you?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll tell him. See ya, Thad. And I'll turn with a very confused look on my face and just walk out.
Oh, one more thing.
Yeah?
Tell Charlie to tell Sam's cab driver about this place.
Tell Charlie to tell Sam's cab driver about this place?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Will do, Thad. See ya. And
You
then I'll
leave.
then I exit.
Okay, Catherine, you're last in this store. You're in the distant one outside of town, and you've been told 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to sit down and read a book, or do you want to do something, or walk back, or what?
I think well, he kind of said it was kind of not a great area, so I'll probably stay in the store and like.
There are also the kids outside, so
That's
you could.
true.
Well, this isn't necessarily a great or not area. What are you talking about? What?
Well, you said the fisherman went missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that area.
Did you just mean the city?
No.
No.
Oh,
no,
this
where
district.
I am.
Oh,
So I'm
well,
like,
yeah,
I don't
you
know if I
should-
really.
Nice, pretty
Are
blonde
you
girl.
are you a fisherman?
No.
Ro-
I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. Well, I'll browse outside, I guess. Then I'll walk out and see kind of what's around. Is there like stores or?
Are
I
there
don't know.
stores? No, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Great. Then I'll just stay in the bookstore.
Did you want some light reading?
That would be great.
Sure, I would start with this. And he hands you like a little pamphlet. It's like probably this big.
A cult for
Okay.
dummies. No.
No. And he hands it to you. And on the book itself is like a strange symbol. And he hands it to you.
Okay. What's it about?
Oh, strange. I've been working on it for a while. Thinking about publishing, and I wanted to see what someone thought.
Okay. I can read it.
Sure, let me know what you think.
Great.
All right, so you read it, sitting there for a while. It's fine. It's a fiction about basically like this cosmic event that happens every 100 years.
Interesting.
And that these like lanterns go off, and so like in a strange future, in the middle of like Delaware, this giant city, like, kind of, I don't know, like gets attacked by like a giant monster that can't be described. Comes from the water and the ocean and just like overwhelms the city. It's a little contrived in your personal opinion. You don't feel like it has any relevancy as far as like modern readers. I feel like you think that maybe it would have done well. I don't know. Would have done well like 30 years ago.
Okay. I'll call him Thaddeus,
Yes. Hello.
and I'll say, the book was interesting.
I don't like the word interesting. It generally means that it wasn't good.
It was good. I don't know if a lot of people would read it today or pick it up, but I do have a question. It's kind of similar to what whomever the gentleman was here earlier
Sure.
was talking about.
My dad.
Your father.
Mhm.
You seem to be not too far off in age.
No.
What?
What was the question?
I guess I'm just. That was your father?
That's not the question you were going to ask.
Well, I don't know what the question was anymore. I think.
Did you like the book?
Yes, I did, but my question was that. Is it relevant for me and maybe what he had mentioned earlier?
Is it?
I'm asking you.
Well, I asked you to read it and tell me what you thought. I mean, you said it doesn't have any relevancy. Would it have had relevancy in the? Should I hold on to it?
I think it should have been published before.
Before when?
Now, maybe a while ago, probably a few decades ago.
Okay, good to know.
Can I keep this?
Sure.
Thank you.
I have an idea about how to rewrite it. Maybe I'll do a signing.
Okay.
I saw that coming about 2 minutes ago.
I saw that coming months ago.
Oh, really? I wonder why.
Decades ago, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't you mean 10 days from now?
So far, I've done okay.
Honestly, snaps.
Thanks. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
seriously.
This is tough.
This is great.
All right, so your 3 hours go by.
Okay, then
And
I will.
you're picked up, and you are going where?
I'm gonna go ahead and head towards the Harborview Nature Reserve.
You're really, really close. You're still out. I mean, you're like nearby.
Oh, great.
So you're going to be arriving first. Actually, no, 3 hours went by. So you're actually going to arrive exactly when we meant to. Yeah, precisely. Nailed it. Intentional. Well done.
Thank you.
You've helped me. I help you.
Help me help you.
Yes. Where are you going, Sam?
Well, no cab.
Nope.
Also, I'll just walk the direction of. I wouldn't have any idea where to go. Just walk the direction I came.
Okay. You walk the direction you came. You're in the red light district,
Yep.
which is pretty rough. But it's early morning, so it's not as rough as it could have been. You walk around, you see a few people who are a little bit on the rougher side. You also catch some women that would be if they weren't so well dressed, we'll say. But you recognize, based upon their appearance, that they're more interested in what's in your pockets or in your pants than what you have to say. So you move on, unwanting of that transaction, and you continue walking through the district until you approach kind of the main street, and are able to call for a cab should you want to.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so you call for a cab. The car. Yeah, hey, what's up?
Yeah,
Or
can I?
what can I do for you? There it is. What's up?
Can I get a ride to the nature reserve, please?
Sure, I can do that.
Great.
Hop in. Yep. Goes whatever. That was a strange sound. I'm working on my space stuff. We'll get to that. So you guys travel towards the nature preserve. Where are you going?
Since I have my destination, I go ahead and, well, actually, no, I'd have, like, yeah, okay. I just hop out and I try to get, I have enough money, yeah. I was trying to figure out how much money I had if I'd be able to afford a cab out there. So, yeah, I'm just going to take a cab to the nature preserve as well.
All right. Similar transaction occurs.
Yep.
You go. Where are you going, Harry?
So I am in the business district. I am very confused about the interaction I just had.
Mm-hmm.
Believing very little of it and just not knowing what's going on. And
While you're walking,
yes.
you see walking very quickly past you is Marcella Copperfield. And she kind of bumps into you as you leave the store and is like, oh, hello. Hi, Harry. And she kind of keeps walking.
Miss Copperfield. And I'll just watch her for a minute or so just to kind of see where she's going.
She continues to head northward towards the in construction part of the promenade.
Okay.
Under construction.
Yeah. So my interest will be piqued, and just to get my mind off of the wibbly wobbly stuff that I just interacted with, I will discreetly follow her from a distance.
Okay, you follow her for some time, and you notice that she walks over to this like kind of big, impromptu set up construction area, like a business office on a construction site in the 1920s.
Right.
Right, and so she walks up the little steps into this white box, opens the door, closes the door, and you see a bunch of construction workers out there smoking cigarettes and working on this new building.
Okay. I'll go up to the guys just outside and ask if I can bum a cig. Be like, "Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey,
Mind if I join you?"
yeah, all right.
And I'll have a lighter, so they'll give me one. I'll light it, and I won't actually do that much actual smoking, but just to fit in. So, what are you guys working here? I'm new to town. I'm just trying to get the lay of the land.
Yeah, for sure. I'm James.
Yeah, James. Nice to meet you.
You're not with Copperfield, are you?
No. That's not sure. Yeah, is that just the broad that just went into the box a minute ago?
The broad. Sure. She's
Well,
a stiff.
Oh, stiff. Not the friendliest girl around.
No, she makes us work harder than the men do.
That's yeah. I see why she's stiff.
These modern women, let me tell you, they're the crazy ones. So you'd be lucky to get one, but I wouldn't marry one.
No, not worth the risk.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
So, sorry, what'd you say you're working on?
Oh yeah, it's what do we call it? It's the Sinclair, like, building. I don't know. We're gonna put an S on it.
Gotcha. And is it gonna be like office buildings, or what's gonna be going up in there? Any idea?
I don't know. They just give us like one piece at a time. We got architect is currently unavailable. No one will tell us why.
Okay.
I heard he got a shine into the face though.
Sinclair?
No. The architect.
Oh, architect. Oh, yeah. I think I heard something about that. That's Van Belt. Is it
The Van Peltz.
Van Pelt? Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
he was getting paid tons for this job. I'd be,
Really?
dude. Our difference in pay is ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, people like that. They're one of the big families in town, ain't they? Yeah. I mean, hey, money likes money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then I wonder what Copperfield's doing here.
Oh, she doesn't come from money?
Oh, no. From what me and the boys can figure out is that I think she's sleeping with Sinclair. That's my guess.
Ah. They're getting a little hanky-panky on the side of the boss?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. Well, James, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, James. New to town. If I run into you again, I owe you a cig.
Fair.
All right.
Fair. Hey, you're that new cop, right?
Cop is a loose term. I prefer private detective.
Yeah, I would lose the jacket in the future.
Ah,
It makes you look like a cop.
noted. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I
James.
might be subject to say more next time.
Understood. I'll keep it in mind.
He puts the cigarette back on his ear and goes back to whatever he was going to do.
I thought I was being subtle.
I think Hanky
I get
Pank
your
with the
statement just for
Hanky
fun?
Pank with the boss give you away.
Fair.
These guys lay down pipe, bro.
Hey, neighbor, what's going on here? I'm new in town. I'm
like,
definitely not a police officer.
oh man, it was good. It was good. It was very good.
Okay, that's fair.
No, you got some information out of him.
Yeah. So then, with that in mind, I'll toss the cigarette that I'm not smoking, and I'll head back to the precinct just to check in with the captain. Since
Sure.
I said I would check in with him later.
You check in, things are good.
And then I will make my way towards the nature reserve just to. My interest is piqued,
Right.
but I don't trust anything that's going on, so I will surveil it do my best to surveil it from a distance.
Yeah.
For a while.
So I'll say you guys get to the nature preserve around the same time. I will say that Sam and Charlie arrive kind of at the same time. They kind of notice each other's vehicles. They may make eye contact and look over. They both just recently had a conversation with a man that was talking to multiple people at the same time. So they're understanding and each other's names are on their mind. So they kind of make eyes, and eventually they all pull up towards this kind of cabin in the woods. But it's well put together. I mean, it's like your typical there's brochures and bird watching guides building, right? And you arrive on the outside and you see a vehicle that is outlined with the Harborview Nature, basically Ranger Service, and their vehicle is there. It's in a kind of a darker hued green color. And you both pull up at the same time. Not too far behind is Catherine, who kind of arrives almost as you are both about to head in. You kind of look back, you notice that she arrives, and then as a straggler, you see Harry kind of show up at a similar time. And you're all you're all making eyes at each other as you begin to making eyes. You guys look at each other and
hanky-panky.
yes, you're all finally together.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, some of it was at least kind of real. Had to have been.
What did we witness?
So I don't know, but we all witnessed it because we're all here.
Yeah, but who is everyone? I mean, Sammy, we obviously have history.
We all met each other last night, pal.
Did we?
Nope.
I definitely met every one of you. Yesterday.
I don't think we met.
I saw you.
I feel like we ran into each other, but I could have been mistaken.
Bumped into you. Did not meet you though.
Well, just to make sure we all know each other. I'm Harry. That lump over there is Sam.
Lump.
And who are you two?
I'm Charlie. Pleasure to meet all of you.
I'm Catherine Elwood.
We got somebody over here.
Of the Elwoods?
Yes.
All right.
You kind of notice when Charlie sees you, he has a little bit of like you see the slightest hint of shock on his face from seeing you there. But he quickly recovers to not look odd because he is an older guy and you are a younger woman. He's not one to try and make you feel uncomfortable or anything. So he just quickly pulls himself back together, gets his composure. Pulls out a cigar to hide that fact and starts smoking.
What are we doing, Henderson? Yeah, it's a bad person to ask. What's the lead? Oh, you. You're Charlie, right? Didn't he say you would lead?
I believe that's what he said, yes. So.
Well, I think we should go find that park ranger.
Frankie. I'm ready.
Yes,
So you guys
Mr.
all heard everything that was said? That actually happened?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
How? This makes no sense.
Harry.
Alex.
You gotta stop asking that question, dude.
It's a reasonable question, especially for most people who don't deal with powers beyond their mental capacity on a regular basis.
I don't.
Yes, but you're also a big thug, so you think you are a power beyond other people's
I
comprehension.
am a power beyond. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you.
He thinks he is. What powers are you talking about? This is all fake, right? This.
No.
Oh.
You're pulling my leg. There's no.
No, this is funnily enough a fairly regular occurrence, just most people don't notice it.
See, that I don't believe. I feel like they're pulling our leg. I feel like it's one big scheme. And I'm just I'm playing the this is all for fun games, and we're gonna have fun.
And
But like,
What?
I kind of get it.
I pull out a notepad and I read out a description of the guy that was talking to me.
Oh yeah, we all saw that guy, but I mean, like,
Are you talking about like your version of the guy or the actual?
Oh no
guy?
no no! The main the dad.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he looked like to me.
you never heard of quadruplets?
I mean, they're rare. They're rare, but they happen. And
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you, Sammy.
Yeah.
But how would they all know at the exact same time
What to say?
what to say?
Sonograms. They were.
You ever seen a moving picture? Or
yeah.
have those exist yet in the
Yeah.
20s?
1926. They
no.
don't have
You ever seen
talkies
a play?
yet. There you go.
Memorize lines. I mean, it's not that hard to believe.
But we weren't even. Where were you? Where was the store for you? You weren't at my store.
I was down in the business district.
Yeah, no, I was at
Outside of
Claw
town.
Haven.
You don't think that if they got all of us here, that they couldn't have planned and written a script that pretended to do, like, we have no actual idea that everybody did the same thing because we only saw one guy, but like it could have been 4 guys.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, I mean, I think that it's silly that you ask how, because I think we can just talk it through and figure it out like we're doing now.
Yeah.
But like, come on, it's not real.
Well, if it's real or not, I'm still curious.
I mean, I guess I am too. I'm here.
None of you would be here if you weren't curious.
Of course.
Of course. I mean, and I'm a detective. If there are questions, I want answers.
All right. Well, we'll have to table this discussion for another time because I have a feeling we have a little bit of a time constraint on getting some things done.
All right, we'll lead
This-
the way.
Assuming this is all true.
More true than you realize, and I begin to walk towards the ranger station.
All right, so you walk over towards Harborview Nature Reserve Building A. You step over to it and you push open the door. It's the first door that's opened, thank God, in a while for you guys here. And it just goes ding, 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 ding as you walk in, and you see a pair of boots that are sticking up, and you see a dog on the ground. It is a little bloodhound. The feet, kind of, you see, are hidden underneath all the flabs. The big ears are down. The eyes seem sad and low, but you know this dog is excited by the wag of its moderately small tail. He pulls his feet down. You see the typical ranger hat and the tannish green clothing he has on.
Dog?
No, stop it. He gets up, and it is Park Ranger Frank. And you see his name tag on his chest, and he looks up and he goes, hello. Can I help you?
Yeah, you're Franklin Castro?
The dog walks up and begins to lick your boots as you speak. This is adorable dog that will greet you all individually, yes.
Hey.
But you say, I'm sorry, what?
You're Franklin Castro, right?
Yeah, I'm Frank. What's going on? We have a complaint.
Yeah, you have a complaint.
No, do you have a complaint?
No, we have no complaint, but
We've been sent here.
yeah, we were wondering if you could help us with some stuff. First off, have you ever been to the Three Lanterns bookstore?
Not sure what you're talking about.
All right.
Can I see if I believe him? Can I do that in this game?
Well, we have someone that can detect if they're lying.
Yep.
It's very true.
Oh, yeah. I could do that.
Has he ever heard of it? Ask me that question.
Have you ever heard of it?
No. Don't ask me in character.
Oh.
Ask Jaden, the dungeon master, if I've ever heard of it.
Have you ever heard of it?
Has he ever heard of it?
Yeah.
No.
Great.
He is not lying to you.
Okay.
Well,
Well.
all 4 of us were told by 4 different people to come and visit you today.
We think you're the second step in the scavenger hunt.
Not sure what that means. Lori, get off the man's shoes.
Lori? Oh my god. Sam is obsessed.
You guys are so. I love how you guys are more excited about the dog.
It's a dog.
This dog is central to the story.
It is now.
Are you aware of the centennial that's coming up?
It's in 1926. It's 26 years after a centennial.
Well, I was just curious if you were aware of any
What was
other.
the first centennial?
What do you mean, 1900?
Well, so 26 is not a centennial.
The year.
Just
Hey,
hand on my face listening to this conversation.
Can I help
You
you?
got something to say, Charlie?
Are you guys here for any particular reason?
I just come up to him and I'm like, hello, Mr. Castro. I'm actually here with the local paper, and I was coming to see. We were wanting to do a press release on the nature preserve, and wanting to know what kind of operations you have here. What are your what's your average day like? If there's any kind of what are the interesting aspects of working out here in the park?
Firestone sent you, right? You're here about the missing person.
Yeah.
We're supposed
Sure.
to we're supposed to be keeping that a bit on the down low.
Of
but
course,
yes.
yeah. He's trying to cut my funding, I know. Look, I'm not the greatest at this job. Lori's old. She doesn't find people like she used to.
Oh, that's okay.
It's okay.
I can tell that she has put in a lot of years and a lot of service to the department for you.
Look, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but we can find Mr. Collier ourselves.
How long has Mr. Collier been missing?
What, are you a detective?
No, I'm just a concerned citizen. I'm new to town. I'm just trying to get the names of all the people. I'm just trying to figure out like what's going on.
I'm new to town gives you
Okay.
away every time.
Stop saying it.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Ross, do you ever walk up to your friends and go, hey, I'm new in town? Like, no, you go, what's going on?
you-
Hold on.
How do you know?
I just moved here is a good line, too.
Charlie goes, you have to forgive my new assistant. He's not used to talking to people just yet and trying to gather information.
Sure. Look, as long as you don't report directly to Firestone, I suppose I could use the manpower.
Yeah.
No,
You got that. What can we help you with?
So in the woods, not too far from here, is old Zeke Collier's old place. It's a cabin in the woods. We had a kind of agreement that he wouldn't kill the bears and he'd stay in season and I'd let him live, right? We kind of have the developments going on nearby and I didn't want him to, I don't know, he's an old guy. I figured he's going to go sometime in the next couple of years anyway. I know it's dark and dreary, but now I can't find him. And I checked this place. It's not too far from here. Not too far, meaning about an hour into the woods by foot. But it's not that far in the sense that, look, we could be there if you guys want to go check it out this evening. I didn't find anything there much. I'm figuring that it was probably, I don't know, maybe he's just, his heart called it quits or something out there.
You think somebody went after him?
No, we got no reason to suspect any foul play, if that's what you mean. Look, I'm not like an officer. It's not even been 24 hours. I'm just trying to,
Just concerned for a friend.
I just want to check on old
Let's go
Zeke.
check it out.
Yeah. Is he a fisherman by chance?
He actually used to be a fisherman over there
Interesting.
before the, before the old fishery co went up. He had his boat, yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, why don't you lead the way, and we will. Or thou can lead the way, and we will follow and see if we can help.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I actually need to make sure that if somebody does come looking or if he does come back and somebody needs to be here. But yeah, you're welcome to take Lori if you want to go check it out. I can
Well-
actually show you on the map where it is.
Oh,
Great.
yeah,
You
that'd be
give us
helpful.
the map, but you can keep Lori and make sure that she's safe.
She'd be a good help. I don't care.
I
Well-
think she could tag along.
Very much appreciate Lori's assistance in
I'm
this.
worried about Lori. Can't let nothing happen to this guy.
Dude, you played in enough games that I've killed companions that you're just like, don't do it. All
Well,
right.
it's companion just different. Dogs.
I'll look up at Sam and I'm like, the dog's gonna be fine.
All right.
All right. So, he shows you. He basically holds out this big map. It's like, it's like a chessboard. All the labels on the sides. He points to the grid exactly where it is. He says, "All right, if you follow the river here, right there, there's where his cabin is. It shouldn't be, like I said, an hour's travel. Not much of anything at all. He's an old guy. He was retired out there. I just need to find him."
All right. Well,
All right. Thank you, for
Mr.
your-
Not a Detective, why don't you take Lori and lead the way?
All right. I will. So I have Lori's leash and
Yep.
I
She
start-
doesn't need a leash.
Oh.
He just she doesn't have one. She's like got no collar. She's just a big old flabby face.
Ain't no
Good girl.
dog, hound
Yeah.
dog.
All right. So I start following the river with Lori, and I assume everyone else behind me, and I will just be observing, just kind of looking out for.
Yep. So
just
you guys
just
step
passing.
down the little wood steps that you took to get up to the building. Lori wobble flops down these stairwells. Stop. It's supposed to just be a dog, dude. and you guys head out in the direction following the river. So you continue to follow up the river. And eventually in the distance you see this cabin. This
Is the river flowing in the direction we're walking, or in the opposite?
so you're walking moderately uphill,
Okay.
and the river would be flowing towards
The bay.
towards the bay. Yeah, basically towards the lake that would be kind of in that area that would head towards the water. Right, it's downhill, but you're not walking severely uphill. It's just enough that
Enough of any
Of-
noticeable.
that the river is moving. And when I say river, I mean something like like the Wabash or something wide enough that it would not necessarily just be like, oh, it's a creek, right? Like no, you're walking up a riverbank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep our eyes open. Just looking for a body.
Yeah, and I'm monitoring Lori to see if she makes any sort of indication of anything other than it's a beautiful day in a good walk.
Okay. Yep. So you guys get towards the cabin area.
Hello?
I'll go up to the door and I'll knock on it.
So you go up to the door and you see a big old claw mark in the front of it.
Or be like, hey guys, keep your eyes open. Something's going on here.
Like
Oh,
what?
Well, if you look at this door, you'll see a nice big mark. Is it freshly done, or is this a?
Why don't you roll to investigate a mystery?
Can I help him?
And in this case, we're going to use the questions here because we are properly playing now.
Yeah.
Can I help
Okay.
him?
You
Help
want to
out?
roll to help out?
Yeah.
Sure. Roll plus cool.
And then that's. So I 10.
9, you get a +1. But I also expose myself to trouble or danger.
Okay.
So 11 total. Okay, so 2 questions. What happened here?
So, Sam, you kind of point out the, claw marks that actually move up the stairs. You see that whatever it was used the same claw to pull its way up the stairs towards the main cabin deck area. Basically, imagine, I'm going to describe this place better for you now that
Yeah.
you're kind of here.
Uh-huh.
It is an L balcony-esque, what's the word I'm looking for? Just
A porch.
porch. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Wow. The porch is an L fashion, and the building is slightly smaller. It seems to be a single building, and there is a wood-burning fire, like cobble, that would pull on the other end, right? It would be upward. Now, that one side faces kind of the pathway that you guys took. Well, the other side faces the river.
Okay.
And you actually look down and you see kind of a dock area, right? You see this dock has a few fishing poles out there. and you're beginning to see kind of even some like thin lines that are still kind of wisping out. Some of them are flowing in the air, others are still in the water, and I would say there's probably 5 or 6 fishing poles out there. You're asking the question, what happened here? Something crawled up to this door and opened the door.
Okay.
And you see like kind of the door, like the screen kind of like again in the wind slams up against the doorway.
Do you think it's a bear?
Where do they? Do you see any tracks? Do you see any outside of the porch? Like, do they go anywhere?
It's not a question that I can ask with the roll.
Where did it go?
Oh, where did it? Yeah, where did it go?
I got you.
Well,
Sorry.
obviously
I
it went
confused the question.
into the house. Now, if you were to go inside, you may discover that information. That is my answer to that question.
Okay. All right. I am going to pull out my gun just to have it ready and be like, hey, guys, I'm going to open up the door. Sam, you want to call Lori to make sure that...
So she like pulls up the face. She like looks up and then she's like flopping towards you. Not to be confused with Laura.
So as she's doing that, I see that Lori doesn't seem to be too worried or worked up. So
No.
So that makes me feel a little bit better, but I'm still on high alert.
Yeah.
So you said there's a screen door and then a door behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I open up the screen door.
The door is open.
Okay, yep. So go in and observe what's inside.
You see you don't see a doorknob because it's gone. It's all been pulled open and like ripped off. And
Okay.
you see that piece of the doorway as you kind of walk in and step over a little bit of debris.
Uh-huh.
And you walk into the space. It's your typical cabin-esque decorations. You see a long couch, you see a fireplace, you see a rug on the ground with a table. You see another larger table, that was the coffee table that I described earlier,
Right.
but a larger table with a bench and 2 chairs on its opposite side. You see whatever was on the table is destroyed, more debris. The curtains are pretty much in disarray, and the window is shattered through. And you would estimate the answer to your previous question to be that it left through the window. Now, you also see above the fireplace, there is some sort of a rack that used to hold something that is no longer present. You also see in the room, the kitchenette area is kind of also in disarray.
Okay. The window that this creature broke through, on which wall is it on?
It's towards the kitchenette. Imagine you look in to immediately to your right would be kind of like the table,
Okay.
and then like on your left would be kind of just another like area of like shelves and stuff. Then you see the couch faces the back wall, and then the
Okay.
kitchen would be against your right side.
Okay, so the forest side.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yep.
So I look in, obviously I see that or it appears that there is no creature inside and that the creature has left.
Sure.
So I will exit out, say, hey guys, it's safe in the cabin. It looks like the creature went out through a back window.
Do I see any tracks leaving from the window? Can I?
Yeah, you can investigate a mystery.
Sharp. 8.
Mm-hmm. So you can hold one.
Where did it go? Well, that's that same question. Now that Harry's pointed out that it went inside and then left the window, where did it go after?
It seems that it left out the window, and then you kind of almost see like a curve in the grass as whatever it did, it turned around quickly and seems to have gone back towards the river direction.
I think it went down to the river. I want to go check it out.
All right. I'll go with you.
Cool.
Yeah.
What kind of gun do you have?
45, 1911.
Cool. I pull out like a Tommy gun from.
Pull out a Tommy gun.
What's a submachine gun? But I have one.
He takes off his violin case.
Where have you been hiding a Tommy gun?
He has one for
have.
mechanical purposes.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Let's
Why-
say it's in a suitcase that I carry.
While they're out.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will just pull out a pistol. I don't have it with me, but I'll put my breast knuckles on too.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna come into the living room area and just find, is there any kind of other, I mean, I know the coffee table is shattered, but are there any other flat surfaces that I could set my case on or anything like that, other than the floor? Like, are there any other, like, small tables?
There's a table. There's a coffee table, and then there's a full-size table with
Okay,
all the
full-size
debris on it.
table. Okay, cool. I'm going to kind of clear off the full-size table.
Yep. Careful
And-
with your sleeve. You get all the glass off.
Yeah, and I'm going to pull out of my case an hourglass and a fairly, like, not a hand mirror, but a decent-sized face mirror, like what people would have had for, like,
Yeah.
shaving and stuff when they traveled. And I'd be like, and I'd point to Catherine and be like, can you hold this, like, stand about a yard away, and I try just stand there and hold this up towards me.
Sure, but what are you doing?
I'm gonna see if I can see something different. And I am going to try and observe another place or time. I'm going to try and see what happened in this building.
Roll to help out. Roll plus weird.
What?
I didn't know you could do that.
That's
Neither did
awesome.
I.
That's so
I read through here real quick. Okay, roll plus weird.
Yeah, Charlie's the guy, man. He's got it.
7.
7. That's nice. You do expose yourself to trouble or danger. Now you both are
Yes.
keeping track that you have that.
Yeah.
I mean, I will keep track. I'm just letting you know. Keep in mind.
10. The magic works without issue.
Great. So you explore and delve into another place or time. As you look into the mirror, you have Catherine kind of hold it at you, and you're like looking behind you as you're.
Yeah, and I like instruct her to turn it in different directions within my line of sight, so that way I can see what's going on in different parts of the cabin.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you this question. It works exactly how it's intended. Do you want to look at another time or another place?
Another time.
Okay, another time. You see on the back wall is a shotgun, where that hole where there's nothing there. You also look around and you see there is an old man sitting in front of the fireplace that I described the shotgun above. You see that old man get up and look to the doorway, and then that plays on a loop.
Okay.
Oh, so I'll ask, do you see anything?
I just kind of described what you just said,
Okay.
and I'm like, it's repeating itself. It just stops at this one point and just keeps looping over and over. Something is stopping this from being seen. Something does not want to be seen.
Like what?
Well, to be honest, it could be I get a sly smile on my face, and I'd say
Yeah.
it could be a number of things.
So it's the afternoon into the evening time. You'll see the sun is starting to head down. You guys know if you were to walk back now, you would be approaching late evening,
About what time does it look like in the reflection of the past?
almost night.
Almost
Okay.
night? Okay,
So,
so
like, the same.
late, yeah, so about the same time as what we're dealing with right
No,
now.
no. What you're looking at, the time that you're looking at,
Yeah.
it'd be like dark outside.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, evening
We're
time in that
almost.
mirror.
Like sun is
when the-
about to set. You guys are like sun is going to
To
about to
set.
set.
Okay,
So,
cool. So
20-ish hours ago.
yeah, give or take, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you guys come back from what you're doing, I'll explain that to you.
All right, so you two are headed down to the river. Down to the river to pray. All right, so
Went down.
yes.
Yes.
So you are at the river. What are you guys doing? Head
Well-
over towards the dock. You see, like I described, the fishing poles, some cut, some not.
Just kind of following those tracks that led to the river.
Yeah. You follow those tracks that led to the river. Now, you're very confused because the tracks that you're following are not like the tracks on the way up to the doorway. These tracks are boots.
Something is it the same? I followed from the window.
Yeah, from the window.
And when the
And then it seemed like a
on-
large form had fallen down into, and I say large form, I mean like, man size,
yeah.
had fallen onto the grass,
Uh-huh.
and then it had turned around, and then it had walked down towards the river. And there's no sort of difference, but as it begins to walk, it's just boots. It's not like it changed, it's just you're catching it as you get down towards the river. It gets muddier and easier to depict what the footprints
okay,
are.
gotcha.
And so now you're catching that it is boots.
So, Sam, it looks like it may not have been whatever attacked Mr. Collier. I mean, it looks like it was Mr. Collier that came down here to the river. Because those are boot tracks, right?
Yeah.
So,
I will take a peek under the dock. Watch my back.
You take a
Okay.
peek under the dock, and you notice that one of the fishing poles that caught something that had wrapped around the corner dock, and that there's a fish that is dead upright on one of these fishing poles, stuck to the fishing pole and was never able to get out, and it died.
okay, gotcha.
I keep track of which fishing pole that is.
It's one of the 5.
Pull it up.
Sure, you pull it out and get it out, and you have a dead bass.
Do you think Mr. Collier took a boat? Because it looks like the tracks lead down to the river, and there's no Mr. Collier. You don't see any other tracks of him coming out of the water, do you?
Dude, I don't.
And we still don't know where whatever attacked Mr. Collier is.
No.
Weird. There's no other way he could have left the cabin, right? There's just the
Well, we followed the tracks for whatever went out the window.
right, but we didn't see any
Is there
other.
anything else down by this river?
Now that you're seeing,
I think we should go back.
Yeah. And
the footprints lead to the docks, and then that's when you lose the footprints.
And Lori's still not. Not
Lori,
working.
will you? No.
She's chilling.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No bad sense. Okay. Let's go back up to the cabin and see what we can find up there.
All right, you all reconvene.
Did you guys find anything down by the river?
These tracks are boot tracks exiting from the window.
It almost,
From the window?
yeah, almost looks like Mr. Collier jumped out the window and walked down to the docks.
Anything from there?
No, I mean,
Dead fish.
From the size of the hole, I could determine that Mr. Collier did not, in fact, jump out the window, right?
Why don't you... You cannot determine that.
Okay.
Okay.
You cannot determine whether or not it was Mr. Collier or whatever you're suspecting it could have been.
Okay.
Well, you should tell them what you saw.
And I give him the rundown of what I saw in
Yep.
the mirror about the guy sitting in a rocking chair, getting up late evening, deep sunset, and going to the door, and it just playing on a loop, like a 30-second to a minute-long loop, just playing it over and over.
I get a feeling that this ain't fake anymore.
it's,
But also,
I don't know what to believe.
but also, part of me wants to wait it out.
You want to
Like-
wait here?
Stay here tonight?
Yeah.
No.
No food, no.
Like, it's a night, guys.
What do you mean no food? Look around.
Okay, but no protection. There's a hole in the.
No
No
protection.
protection. We have.
Admittedly,
His-
they are kind of heavily armed, more so than I usually am, so...
I have my
Well.
gun and all
Got
that,
really
and
heavy arms.
but by the time that we get back, it's gonna be dark. Following, I mean, it's not gonna be too hard of a path to follow, but we don't know if whatever attacked Mr. Collier is still out there.
I'll just tell you, you're a police officer.
Yeah.
24 hours, they're missing or is missing, right?
Yeah.
So you basically have to find the trail right now.
Right.
And the trail
Okay.
seems to end at the docks, right?
Okay.
Like you as a police
Right.
officer, you're like, we need to find this guy now. So
Right.
if you go back and it's nighttime, you can pretty much call Collier in the fall, not
Right.
doing well out there in the wilderness.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
So you got to find him tonight or you're not going to find him, at least in the back of your mind as a police officer.
Right. Okay. Fair. Retract what I just said. We
No,
need-
it's a good option.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying,
yeah, yeah.
we could go out there,
Yeah, yeah.
but we probably shouldn't.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair. So, at least I need to get back tonight because I need to file a report. We need to try and find Mr. Collier because the longer that he's missing for, the harder it is to find him. And even with 24 hours, we may not be able to find him anymore.
Yeah, and my grandma probably wouldn't appreciate me staying out.
Probably not.
And I
So
wouldn't be able to explain why.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna look around the cabin for a flashlight or torch.
Yeah, I'll just say you find a flashlight.
Okay. All right. I will lead the way with Lori.
You guys are walking back.
Wait. Let's put it up to a vote. I at least am going to be going back tonight. Anyone who wants to stay at this cabin can.
If we don't all stay, none of us should stay because we won't survive if we're not all together.
We don't know what attacked Mr. Collier, and
Agreed.
we don't know where it is.
Why don't one of you read a bad situation?
Can I help out?
Sure.
It's plus sharps, and I
Oh, I've got a +2.
have +2 sharp
Okay.
also. I will let some.
All right,
I'll
Catherine,
do
read
it.
a bad situation. You help out.
7.
9.
+1.
So I have 10.
All right. So read a bad situation. You get to hold 3. Ask me one of the following questions.
Exposed again to trouble or danger.
Yeah, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Any dangers you haven't noticed? No, I'm pretty sure that you've noticed everything you're able to notice right now.
Okay.
You got 3, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's most vulnerable to me?
What's most vulnerable to you? What does that mean?
I just
The dog. No.
What's most vulnerable to
I
you? What's most vulnerable to you is Mr. Collier.
okay.
What's the biggest threat? I mean,
Yeah, what's the biggest threat?
The biggest threat is going back now and leaving Mr. Collier to whatever fate he has.
Okay. Well, as much as my grandmother would not love it, I wouldn't mind staying to help and find Mr. Collier before it's too late.
I think we should stay. We got enough firepower to keep us safe from almost anything.
We do. But
I mean,
I need a
you're
report.
gonna file a missing persons report for somebody that we could find right now.
We have 4 of us. By the time you got back, we could probably already been looking.
All right. I'm going to catch hell from the captain, but let's try and find him.
Worst case scenario, we're just out here at the same time that whatever happened to Mr. Collier happened, so we might get to see
Yeah.
whatever caused the issue.
So as you decide to wait it out, we're going to pick up there next time.
Yes.
All right. Now we are officially playing Monster of the Week. And so we'll catch you in 2 weeks to figure out what monster it might be. Thank you so much for watching Whispers of Old Harbor and roll to 1.